Hello. Hello, everyone. It's me, Christine, again. Welcome back to 2016 YouTube. Times were simpler then, weren't they? Shall we do some Troom hacks? What about... What was the other one? It was like realmoms.com or something. Like moms.com. If I sound still sick, like, then you please enter your evidence that you agree with me, because I would like to submit it to the court and sue. Like, who am I suing? This is enough. Enough. You look so tan? Really? I feel like I'm like a hospital patient over here. Anyways, welcome back to my live stream channel. Simply Slightly Delirious. But it is Saturday. I'm here to remind you that it's Saturday. And for the Americans in chat, which is always the majority because that's the function of population in English-speaking YouTube channels, it's a holiday, so happy that. But if you would like to observe a different holiday, totally up to you. It's your religion, your country religion. You can observe Canada Day if you want. So I continued to wear red and white for Canada Day. So if you would like to celebrate Canada Day today, it was on Wednesday, July 1st. But you could do that too. So happy Canada Day. Happy belated Canada Day, if you wish. Or whatever country you want to celebrate. Cheers. Yes, we actually have to sing the Canadian anthem on July 4th. Oh, Canada. You know what's funny? I don't even know it in English because I learned it half in French. Like, that's just what it was in our schools. I went to French immersion. Not every Canadian speaks French, to be clear. All right. I hope everyone is well. I say as I've been sick, excuse me, it will not leave me. It's been almost 2 weeks. It was 2 Mondays ago. Well, not 2 Mondays ago. On Monday, it will have been 2 weeks. Like, I literally don't understand. Like, what the hell? It's summer. Cancel. So that's sucked because it's derailed my, like routine, get all my work done, gotta do this, gotta do that. It has just derailed everything. It's been very annoying. And I've had at least like 3 false starts. Hopefully today wasn't a false start. It was a real start. But I had like 2 false starts where I was like, okay, 4 days in, I feel better. I'm gonna go to the gym. I'm gonna go out. Like, everything's fine. And then I wake up the next morning and I'm like, oh my God, I'm going to die. And now it's worse. And then that happened again. And then I was fine. And I was like, oh, it's just in my throat. But I'm feeling so much better. It's just the phlegm is still there, you know? And then I got sick again for 2 days. And I wake up this morning, I'm like, okay, I feel a little bit better, feeling wise. You know how sometimes you still have symptoms, but you're like, it's fine. I literally feel fine. I can do most things. I can work, you know? I'm not I don't need to sleep all day forever. That's so boring. I'm terrible at that. I hate sleeping or being down for more than 1 day. It's not happening. But I woke up today feeling fine, just tired and weak because I haven't been doing my usualness for almost 2 weeks. Just a couple and then a meh. So, but I still sound like this, and I'm still gonna have to blow my nose, and I still look like I'm dying. So, back to the chatter who's saying I look thanks, I guess. I look like I have life in me, but it's been sucked out. So that sucks. And it also sucks more because I'm pretty sure it's my fault. I also like to blame myself because I decided to go off my immunosuppressant because I'm a brilliant doctor, obviously. Just to see if I would have a flare. I'm like, it's been a year, so maybe we should see if I still need this, you know? I'm fine. She was not fine. 4 days in, flare began. Joints, pain, eyes, exploded. You see my video. So then I was like, fuck. So then I have to take a double dose. That's what the dermatologist said to do when I have a flare. So I did, but taking the double dose of an immunosuppressant might mean that, oh, you're gonna get sick. Maybe, probably, likely. There's a higher risk. Guess what I did? And then the flare wouldn't go away, so I had to keep taking the double as I was sick, which they recommend not doing because they want you to get over your sickness. But I'm like, no, I gotta get rid of this flare. I will like claw my face off if I don't. So anyways, that's been partly my fault. I'm hereby reporting, Your Honor, I'm sorry. I know I bear some responsibility and accountability. Send me to prisons. Send me to jail. I deserve a little bit of punishment, but I'm also countersuing, okay? I'm still gonna countersue the authority of sickness and be like, what the hell? It is summer. This is not okay. Yeah, I'm so smart, SMRT, so I kind of deserve it. Yeah, I'm going down. So anyways, okay, let me read member chats. Today we're gonna sip and paint. We're gonna catch up because I feel like I've been down, even though I've been streaming most of the time. Wait, did I stream? Can't even remember. I streamed it. My stream schedule has also been all over the place. We streamed on Tuesday and it was in the kitchen. Like, what? Last time I was down here, you were in the corner with me shooting the anniversary collection, which I'm behind on for aforementioned reasons. So I'm finally submitted all of those assets, videos, and pictures. So like that's done. But that's like way too tight of a timeline. So I'm also like annoyed at myself for all of this. Because I hate when my actions like affect other people too. Like that's it's like being late for a, I don't know, reservation. Like someone makes a reservation with you, like, oh, you're going to dinner, okay? It's in 3 weeks. You have it in your calendar. You know the time. I hate being late. I will not do it. And I hate canceling on people unless like you're sick and dying or something, or like someone else died that matters to you. Then I'll cancel. But like, I hate being the person who's like I'm gonna flake or I'm just whatever. Like I always, if I commit to something, I will do it. And that's how I feel about workflow and work stuff too, as you probably noticed. So it really bothers me, even though other people may be like accommodating because they know I'm not like that or I don't abuse this power or whatever. It still really bothers me. I hate being late or like behind when it affects other people, especially because I'm like, oh no. So that doubly bothers me because it's also like I'm out of my routine, which sucks, but also I've let down other people. Even if they're like, it's fine, it doesn't matter if someone's like, don't worry about it. I'll worry about it and I'm sorry. I'm just Canadian. Maybe it's that. Okay, sorry, I'm distracting myself. I gotta read. We gotta learn how to read again because I forget. If you're suing for sickness, I'm suing my body. Went to the ER for the 5th time in 5 years, 2 weeks ago. Oh no, that's terrible. I'm so sorry to hear that. I hope they're helping and that you weren't waiting 8 hours. Happy holiday. 4 days post-op from gallbladder surgery. Birthday is on July 6th. So is Holo Taco's. That's Holo Taco's official 7th anniversary birthday. Love sharing the day with Holo Taco. Oh, there you go. 32-year-old lady and a 7-year-old nail polish company. Melanie, the truck driver. Believe in your wellness, Simply and friends. Tell your body how good it is at healing and cheer it on. Thank you. That's what we need. We need optimism and positivity. Cheers. It's usually what I try to do. I'm just like, no, I'm not sick. It's fine. And honestly, that actually works most of the time. Like someone around me is sick and I'm like, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. And then it works. And then like twice a year, it really doesn't work, you know? We try our best. I hear that 7-Eleven is a lucky day of the year. 7-Eleven. That does sound like a really good lucky day. Would you agree? I do. I like the sound of it. I like sevens. 7 year. Lucky number 7, you know. Just chilling while cooking an early lunch. drinking tea and looking forward to the relaxed atmosphere of today's stream. Stay cool, everyone. Thank you. I like how chat's reminding me to stay cool. I'm just like, yep. We're not gonna spiral. We're just gonna chill. No, they haven't helped. We were there so many hours and left on our own. Are you in Canada? It sounds like the average Canadian ER, unfortunately. Yeah, it's gonna be like that for like 2 weeks. Almost 2 weeks. It won't go away. I've gargled salt water. I do nasal spray every single day. Daily nasal spray. I ran out of the steroid one, but I do the normal one. How are you doing today, Simply? Oh my god, don't make me repeat myself. All right. Let's do some swatch sticking, okay? Simply stop complaining. We have sticks to attend to. So let's pull up the spreadsheet. So if you put exclamation mark HT tracker in the chat, you'll get the link to the spreadsheet because I love spreadsheets. Whee! I'm hosting a high tea pairing. Oh my god, that sounds brilliant. One of the teas I chose is yours. Aw, paired with 3 different scones. Aw, that's so cute. Yes, one is BB? What's BB? My coworkers all love the tea. That's amazing. Did you pair it? Was it like a maple scone or something? So cute. Isn't streaming mainly repeating yourself? Yeah, actually it is. You're not wrong. Look how many times during a Holo Taco launch do I answer the question, is this limited edition? 87 times. So many more times. No, less times than I could. Because when I look at the chat, the question's there like way more times than I answer it. So you're not wrong. Yes, Holo Taco tracker. Let's see. We scrolling. This is like my list. I manage this. So when it's not updated, it's my fault. Oh, we're gonna need to add some lines. How many should we add? But I'm doing this as a reminder to see where we left off. So I'm pretty sure we did royalty, but let's pull our wheels. Yes, we did. We painted and didn't add them on, so that'll be perfect. Yikesy. That's me, big yikes. Okay, so we have Holo royalty, and then we gotta paint Pop of Holo. So I'm just gonna grab these. If I put them right in front of me, it'll be easier. Because my brain is not working currently. Oh no! I think my one acid drip I put upstairs because I painted it on most of my nails. For when I went to a rave. Maybe this is all my fault, my sickness. Probably. Okay, I gotta grab another acid drip. Acid drip, and then we need the topper and black and white. Okay, I got it. Black and white. Extra glossy taco. Sorry, I know. I'll read the chat in a sec. I'm just collecting. Hopper. Okay, and all the coastal crèmes, which I have in front of me. 1, 2, 3, 4. I declare a thumb more. Okay. So that's what we need to paint. Yes. Woo! Okay, quick break back to the chat. So I saw 87 questions that I've avoided until now. I don't know. Sorry. I'm just making shit up. I think sleep is what we need. I agree. I'm trying. A text on your stream that notes are limited. Yeah, but that's annoying. Like, I don't love text that's just static and staying there unless we're doing something like climbing nail polish mountain. I don't love that. I just think it's a little like it's kind of on you that you didn't listen, or literally read the description box, because sometimes I put it in the description box if it's something super important. The only text I want on screen is a chaotic chat. Oh, detective deck. Yes, we will do that. Let's do that in a bit. But I do want to get started on painting so that they start to dry. Yes, we are missing the detective deck. So remind me again in a little bit. Is acid drip still #1 from that collection? Good question. Let's look it up right now. Because Simply's loopy, so why not just get you whatever you want right now? I'm just kidding. You only get one. That was your question. Okay, let's see. When was that launch? Here, I can tell myself by doing this. May 20th. Analytics. Let's do from May 20th. It always makes more sense if I count the actual launch day until current. What? Not May 20th to April 1st, 2025. What is happening? Fixed dates to no. Why is it giving me one day only? Okay, hold on. It's broken. Shopify's broken. I don't understand. Okay, we're gonna have to just do last 90 days. Does that fall in the last 90 days? Sure. Right? I can't count. For sure it does. Okay. Sales by product. I don't want sales, I want units. Net items sold. Sort. Now I have to look for acid drip. Let's see. Oh. Is it actually first? It's actually quite annoying to like do this on your phone, if I'm being honest. I think it is still first. Yes, it is. Confirmed acid drip is still first of the Pop of Holo collection. Splash Zone is next. And I'm not counting bundles. This is just individuals, obviously. Yeah, acid drip is still in first. And while we're here, let's look at the coastal crèmes. Saltwater taffy is still also first. Yeah, it looks very similar to what we noted it was before. Hold on, my music ended. And who's in last? Still Creamsicle Coast. No, the yellow is still last. Yeah, well, I mean, we knew that was gonna happen. Poll data for Simple. Yeah, it's kind of messy to do it on your phone. I generally don't like doing it. That's why I do it on my computer, because then I can like export it properly, put it in a sheet. Uh-oh, Mac Attack. Is there a thermal and a magnetic or magnetic in the anniversary collection? No. Don't forget the detective deck. Get well soon. Thank you. We will do the detective deck. Thank you so much again for the PR win. Oh, yeah! Oh, yeah, you got it! Don't tell anyone! I love it. I'm also feeling insane inside as one of the HT detective groups. Lol, detective who can't detect. Oh my god! So this was the PR list giveaway winner. Otaku Cheek, Life is Beautiful, and underscore N7471, who won the PR list giveaway during the Polished Mountain stream, which means you get all the Holo Taco collections for the rest of 2026, so the second half of the year. And it's on the same time, like the timeline is just whenever we send out PR, which is slightly before the launch. And you always get like a little card too, or like you will. So we have these little like insert cards that kind of summarize the collection. I got my PR too. I'm being very quiet. Shh. Shh. Isn't it fun? Did you do this? Only you guys will know what this means. Did you do this? There's no indication on the card that explains what the hell I'm talking about. So unless you figured it out yourself. That's all I'll say. But yeah, at least 2 people in chat already got our anniversary collection. Which is what I've been working on. You know, you saw me swatch some of it like the other week. Which was very late. Can we get the cards for everyone? We thought about doing it, but then we'd have to print 2 different versions of the cards, because the cards for PR like spell out when the launch date is, and it's kind of more addressed to people who get PR. Like it's different. It says something different than what we would write if it was everyone. And it's also like, not that this is not my main concern, because obviously even like collection boxes or anything is like a waste of paper, but it's just a lot more that we'd have to worry about like than just PR. Like we can there's like 100 people or less on the PR list, but there's several thousands or more than that that we'd have to make if it was for everyone. So that just seems like just too much, you know? Not that I'm like save the trees, okay? That would just be bullshit if I'm being honest, because yeah, we have packaging otherwise. But it's just a lot more to operationalize, to get done, to like make sure it's in every order. Then we need 2 different versions of it. It would be on a different timeline as the one we already do for PR, which we kind of think is more essential to give the description to people who might be showing it, who may not everyone in our PR list are nail polish people either. So yeah, I just didn't think we really needed it for everyone. I kind of said like, yeah, I feel like it's too complicated. It didn't seem worth it just to like put a tiny little piece of not cardboard, construction paper, I don't know, whatever material it is, in every single order. And is it every order, or is it only collection boxes? And then it's like, so can we see a digital version? Well, I don't want the team to have to make 2 versions. It was also my point. The version for PR is just like, it's as if it's not released yet. You know what I mean? The more steps you add to a process, the more opportunities for error. Bingo, Amanda Joe. Exactly. Bingo. So, hello. I just introduced an error. I have too many cameras. Yeah. It's just sometimes you gotta simplify things, you know? They need to focus on what gets packed in your order based on what you order. That's it. I'd toss it, lol. Yeah. And most people do. Like, it's just a piece of paper. Okay, here, this was royalty. Why is that up to now? So we're gonna... Did I not make 2 of the toppers? Oh my god! I need 2 because I have to put one of these on the toppers wheel. Duh. Okay, well. Remind me. Here, I'll pull it. Oh yeah. I've moved my shelves around, so royalty is now here. I'm gonna build out royalty on this shelf. But I'm gonna bring this out to remind me to paint it because I need a second set because I want one of these on here. And I will do the same for Blue Fizz Taco because this is our topper wheel. You guys already do too much. Your leak week already has so much detail. Yeah, leak week. It's coming soon. You guys are gonna freak out. There's like one particular teaser that I'm like, oh my god. They're like, I don't know if they're gonna get it at first, but then they're gonna get it and be like, oh my god. Okay, these are all of our toppers. I love this wheel. This is probably the wheel I'm most proud of. Who cares over white? It's kind of like you can't really tell in this lighting, but I just do it anyways. But over black is like my favorite thing to do, you know? Stunning. And I've been having way more fun in like this range of toppers lately, right? The like, ooh, fun glitters, which we didn't really do at all in the beginning. I kind of was just like, nah, I don't want, not a priority. But now that I've built out, you know, the main things that I care for, doing more of these fun, kind of like cool shaped glitters, like Sweetheart Taco, I'm just like, yeah, that's a goodie too. That's Diamond Dasher there. But now we're gonna add Purple Flake Taco, which will go somewhere in here, along with our other, that one's not a multi-chrome, but it is a metallic foil flake, so it would probably fall right between rose gold and red. No, after, whatever, it's not really, I was gonna say alphabetical order. See, I'm still sick. It's in alphabetical order by color. What? It's in colored order. What? So much whimsy, I love it. That's a really good word for why I love swatch sticking and collecting it. Like, it's so whimsical to just peruse my swatch wheels and be like, wow. Diamond Dasher, my beloved. Yeah, she's a goodie. Where are... Oh, I don't even have all the flakes in white. Look at that, I'm a slacker. I guess I decided putting them all over white was kind of unnecessary and just a waste of my time and energy. Unless it's something that can be seen that looks way different over white, like a unicorn skin. So, I don't really have a format here. I have Wreath Havoc Taco, but I don't have any of the other foil flake tacos. And now, this won't be able to fit, which is highly annoying, so I have to replace them on. Purple Flake Taco is my favorite. I bought a few extras because I knew I was going to use it often. Is it out of stock now? I think so. Nope. Is it? I don't know. You guys tell me. A couple of them went out, right? Like I know No Apologies from the Royalty Collection went out first. And then I'm pretty sure Sprout of Control, the thermal. But I just can't recall if another one is going. Why can't I open this? What is happening? There we go. Get on! Woo! Saved. Thank God. Didn't fall off. Okay. Toppers are done. Let's take a look at Purple with her friends. Beautiful. You need to expand to a over black topper ring and a white topper ring. Honestly, you are correct. Let's do that right now. Let's see if I have a ring. Correct, Cheddar. Why is this so stiff? There she goes. Yeah, you're so right. Why do I do this to myself? I really just need to separate them better. You gotta keep them separated. Correct. So I did buy the gianter rings, like the jumbo rings, the 4-inch rings, and they just don't fit the swatch sticks. Like the metal, like this hole is too small. So that was a bummer. So the only rings I can find that will fit the sticks through are these. I think it's like 1.5, maybe it's 2-inch. I don't know. The jumbo bigger ones do not fit. Despite someone linking like, oh, use these ones. I don't know. Maybe they were just... Amazon kind of does that sometimes to you, you know? Put these way, don't tell anyone. Yeah, so that's kind of a bummer, because I would have liked to have a giant ring. She fucked up. Okay. Oh no, we didn't make this easy on ourselves. Okay, whatever. Shimmers. Let's just do it the hard way. I've moved to clipping the smaller rings into a big one. Wait, what? Clipping them into a big one. Oh, like you just, like a barrel of monkeys style? Yeah. I suppose that works, but I would prefer if I could put more on the same ring. But I guess that's just not gonna happen. R.I.P. Who is Canada playing against? What? I don't know. Sports? I hope everyone wins. No, I'm what are you talking about? Soccer? I don't know anything about the World Cup, but I've heard it. I've heard about it. I know Canada won something, so that's cool. That's literally all I know. I'm sorry. Let's do the flakies. glow in the dark that you can't see. Cracked. Black flake. Gold scattered. And let's do these ones. Today we'll see if Canada will stay in the cup or not. What kind of cup? A teacup? What happens if you fall out of the cup? Do you go down the drain? I'm being dumb. I think Ben watches. Maybe not like as much as like hockey. Hockey is his favorite sport. Okay, we did these sort of backwards, but it's fine. It's the white. No one cares about that wheel. Perfect. So now we just have all the toppers on black right here, which is a lot easier for me to showcase. And generally speaking, I'd say for like 80% of our toppers, showing them over black is the best way to show this is the core of the pigment. Like, this is what you're getting straight up. It's like a good control base. So that's how I've been swatching every topper since 2019, is always over black. But there's like some exceptions where you can't, like, it just doesn't do the topper justice, or it's like not really meant to be worn on black. Like Garden Party Tacos, kind of meh over black. I mean, maybe you like that, but it's not my favorite. Some of the darker flake tacos, like purple flake tacos, not super obvious over black, but like maybe you don't mind that. I don't know. The other ones are all great over black, even though they don't really look so on camera here, because these are holographic or reflective. And when that's over black, they show the most rainbows, but you need like a direct flash, which this lighting is a little too beauty guru universal, so. Hello, I've seen a girl on TikTok taking a bath in tea and remembered you. How's life? Oh my god. There's girls on TikTok taking baths in tea? Wait, don't answer this question. I don't want to know. Is it like they're like steeping it to like see if they smell like hibiscus? You know, are they like in a kiddie pool outside like I did? Are they that obsessed with tea? I realize it actually sounds insane. Yeah. I guess I did do that a couple times. Also, what's on my other hand? It's saltwater taffy with scorched earth. Like that combo. Ooh, I was wearing Boardwalk Behavior with scorched earth last week, and then I was like, I need to put scorched earth on everything. I just love the way scorched earth, that's like the orangish shimmer. I love the way it looks on a vibrant, medium toned color, like any color, especially if it's contrasting. Yeah, it is elite. And this hand is just an old smorgasbord of things that are mostly known. These are known. This is acid drip. The others are unknown, and they're not the anniversary collection. There's just me having to test something else very far away. Okay, royalty. Okay, this wheel has to stop. Like, she must be stopped. We need to separate this wheel because this is dumb. This started off as a limited edition ring, but then for some reason I was like, I need to duplicate the retro collection over white. So like that made it bigger. And then I realized that royalty should probably be its own ring. That's what needs to happen. Royalty should be its own ring. You guys deserve it. I hereby pronounce that Holo Royalty is getting their own ring. The year is 2026. Finally, we've had not 7 collections because we didn't always have a royalty collection. But let's see how many collections. Here, we'll do a little tour de royalty. La Royaume-Uni. Here's your first one. These 3. Beautiful. Oh, Reflective Taco's in here, even though she came back. This was Gala, so not royalty. And Julian, not royalty. My sister, not royalty. We have Frozen Bananas broke. Oh no. Oopsie. Oh, these are all not royalty. Actually, I might just leave these on this side. Luckily, royalty ended up on the other side. So let's pull this off. Okay. Alright, let me just do some separating. Okay, not royalty. Not royalty. Not royalty. Sorry, so you can see. That's my not royalty pile. This is my royalty pile. These are royalty. What? Sophia. And then retro. Okay, perfect. So this is my royalty one. So royalty is actually not that big compared to everything else. Come on, guys. You gotta get to work. I haven't updated my tracker since January. Better get on that. I can't wait to fill out my first royalty form. It's gonna... It might look different this year. We'll see. I'm rage baiting you. Okay, let's put the Mixed Emotions collection on. I could also be making like an anniversary wheel. Okay, well, let's do that after our anniversary. Where's Guilty Pleasure? 1, 2, 3, 4. There, Funny Feeling. Okay. Now let's put Retro on. I don't like how I did them twice. Like I'm like annoying to myself. Why did I do that? Probably because the chatter asked me. And then I was like, okay, I oblige. There it is. Over white. I do like, you know, I obviously would have put these on white for demos, like on a major swatch wheel for actual launch. But just the maintenance sticks, like this is my like everlasting sticks that I use for slightly different organizational purposes than just like launch stream. Where obviously on launch stream, like we do combos, and if it necessitates, oh, let's see it over white or black, then I would. But it's kind of like not really needed on all of these sticks, all the variations. Like these sticks aren't for all the variations or the combos. At least that's how I've decided in my head. Let's put Sophia on. Brucey and Bad Bitch. Sorry, these are upside down. David's Tea. Wee. I also have Simply Deceased. She's just kind of on her own. I might put her on this side. She probably should go with the birthday section, but that's gonna take too much off, so not doing that. I'm gonna take off Reflective Taco. I feel like she's unnecessary. And also Cool Cat Mom, because it helps just take stuff off the wheel. Okay, finally, here's Royalty, Holo Royalty this year. Sprout of Control Thermal. This is the cold state. That one is sold out for sure, right? Did we confirm if Purple Flake Taco is sold out? I feel like we still might have some. Keep It Evergreen. Stunning. No Apologies. That one is sold out. And Sage the Day. I think we still have Sage the Day. Every time I've seen people like review Sage the Day, they're like, oh my god, this is so much prettier in person. Like, this is my new whimsy shade. And I'm like, yeah, I told you. The Crushed Hollows with Shimmer. And Royalty picked the blue shimmer out of 3 shimmer options. We gave you that ability. And you made the best choice. Purple Flake is sold out. Okay, so the only 2 left are Sage the Day and Evergreen. Huh. All the purples are gone. What do you know? Shocking, but not shocking. Alright, here is our limited edition that's not Holo Royalty wheel. Wait, why did I just put Holo Royalty on this wheel? Oh my god. I have like an amoeba in my brain. I was literally like, no, what? What? I knew there was something wrong with what I just said. Okay, limited edition. That's not Holo Royalty. Take 2. Perfect. And now I will make the Holo Royalty wheel, which is right here. And another one. Disco Inferno sticks out like a sore thumb. Yeah, because we forced that one on you. No one wanted orange in a mood board or as a color. But we forced it into a mood board. I love how like everyone yells at me and they're just like, you're everything is always purple and green. It's yeah, because you fucking want that. And when we give it to you, you buy it all. Like, I don't know what to tell you. Guess what doesn't sell? The orange that we forced upon you just to listen to some feedback, only to be proven right, unfortunately. Again. That being said, we're not listening to you next year for next royalty. Like, I'm changing it. Honestly, because I just don't want to keep getting yelled at. Like, if I'm being honest. Just girl to girl, okay? Girl code. Don't tell anyone. But, like, I'm kind of tired of me taking the hit every year for your decisions, okay? It's gotta change. So, we'll be honest with you. We're gonna tell you. We're gonna do something that we hadn't done before for royalty, and just decide something big for you that you. Doesn't matter what you say. You can cry, kick, scream. We're gonna pick something different that will force it to be different. I don't just mean color. I mean like everything. So you don't have an option. Statistically, that means that an even larger proportion of people will be unhappy because they didn't get what they would have chosen. So that is acknowledged. And I think like maybe I'll just kind of use that and like play into it and be like, this isn't yours. This is the outlier collection. Actually, that's a brilliant idea. No, there's already a concept I want to do. But it's not called the outlier collection. But like, that's funny. But isn't that just declassified? That's just the declassified collection. Okay, so it can't be that anyway. See, good thing I'm thinking things through live on stream. This is how my brain works. I go, oh, good idea. Oh, no, wait, doesn't work. Okay, wait. No, just kidding. Double the declassified. Royalty will have tantrums. Oh, they will. They're going to be like, I thought the point of this was that I personally get to choose every single thing in this collection, and I'm so disappointed. The point is impossible for that to be the point, because everyone can't choose what they get. Statistically, I try my best, or have been, to make them, it's never even the majority, it's just the largest proportion happy, which is still proven extremely challenging. And still, people don't appreciate it. So I think we're gonna just throw the whole survey out the window and give you a survey, but it's like, okay, we already did everything. Here's what we got. How about that? I think so. Like, you can't change the formula direction, you can't change the color story or anything. Like, here's what we got, but we'll let you pick some prototypes, and maybe there's like a mix-in idea, like something like that. Or we could do more on like shade names, because we've kind of done that and just found that very challenging, but could do that. Royalty needs guidance because we aren't hinged. Well, that's what happens when you just have a giant population. They just have such different views that when you try and aggregate the results, more people get upset. And it's like, okay, well, we're gonna have to do cancel and just like kick 80% of people out of Holo Royalty, so we have a much smaller group. Too many cooks in the kitchen, honestly. So we either have to drastically shrink you and kick like, maybe like 95% of you need to be kicked out for this to actually work and be a conversation where people agree, or could come to an agreement of some kind. A cleanse, a Holo Royalty cleanse. We're just kicking everyone out. And then the statistics will jive. Yeah, we're not doing that. I'm joking. It's either that or we just decide for you and tell you that's how it is. Like as if like a kindergarten teacher has to do the class. Like, too bad, this is what we're doing today. You know what I mean? So I think that's gonna be it. After how many years? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 years of Holo Royalty. I'm going to turn it on its head and say, just kidding, I'm picking. But you will get to pick some things. Like, obviously, I like the spirit of it, so I'm not going to cancel that. But it's not going to be like how it used to. Now, for fun, we might still ask the question. And for statistics collection, actually, I probably still will just ask you what your favorite color in a nail polish is, so that I can continue to prove to you it remains teal and purple after 6 years. But that may not necessarily determine the outcome. Yeah, I'm the captain now. I look forward to it every year, and I don't want to take that away. Like, I fully get, as a data, lover too, that we'll keep the experience of it. It's just gonna be like different direction, So the you pick collection, there will be very little you pick. Yeah, but it's called the Holo Royalty collection, not the you pick collection. So it'll be in your honor, and we'll direct, because every year you guys vote the same thing. And some of you say, I'm just writing the copy live, that you're tired of the same thing. So what do we do? We decide. But you will get to decide some things. Like we'll come up with actual prototypes based on the direction that we've predetermined, and you can pick things like the mix-in or the XYZ. I won't give too much information yet because I don't know yet, but that's what we're working on. That's also why you haven't gotten one yet, because the timeline would have dictated that like midsummer, we would have already had to like get some color story information because product development would need to kick that off. But we already have it. I still want to choose. You'll end up choosing some things, but the color story and the vibes, well, I guess some of the colors in the story might change depending on the formulas or how it turned out or whatever I decide to show you. It's not like we've already picked X amount of exact colors and that's locked. Like, no. Like, it might change depending on your voting still. But the overall concept and the general vibes of the color story, give or take, plus or minus this color becoming more of an in-between color or this color becoming this color, like that can still happen. But the concept and the vibe we've already decided on, and I'm not telling you yet, but you will get it. Like, it'll be served to you. You'll be like, this is it. So you will see everything. Yes, this is actually communism now. Democracy just didn't work. We're not doing it. Too many people got mad. For my Holo Taco tracker, the pics don't copy and paste from the main tracker. I don't know. Has anyone troubleshooted that? If you do like a full column, or just like copy everything, and then if you copy everything over, like do the whole thing again, and then just paste in your I got it or wish list columns. I think that's what people do. Doesn't hurt to try something new. Exactly. That's where I'm at. I'm at the try something new. Okay, let's I love this idea to be honest. It'll make things different. Oh yeah. That's my goal, is to make things different. So at least the complaint can't be, this is the same. So you could be mad at me for taking some of your choice away in terms of the mood board, the color story. But if I don't do that, the same thing will continue to result. And you need to just accept that those are the data, despite how many anecdotal evidences you see of people saying, well, I voted for the brights board or the dark and moody board. Like, it doesn't matter. Or I picked orange. It doesn't matter. Because a larger proportion of people picked something else. So get your head has to like get past anecdotal evidence and trust the data that I showed you and I'm telling you. It doesn't matter that you see that, because people will on aggregate, on average, pick what you've seen, what was ultimately released, give or take. It just is what it is. I paste it into Word and then save it into a folder and then insert into a column. Okay, hopefully that helped. Are we painting or cleaning wheels? Should I clean them? I'm just shaking the bottles. Stats, trust the stats. You know what I also think it is? I think like I accept that not everyone is a stats person or whatever. So people just like have a hard time thinking in this way and like rationalizing that away because they're just more overcome with like my choice, which is more of an emotional thought process. And I think that's what happens, is people just get really heated over like their choice and like aren't really able to go, okay, high level statistics, simply literally showed them to me. I understand. Because if you end that sentence with, but I'm still, then you didn't understand. And I recognize that not everyone is a robot. You know what I mean? Like, not everyone press X to remain a machine. Good point. I see that a lot inside Yeah. I get it. Nail polish is very emotional, you know? We just love Holo. I'm painting on the Pop of Holo collection. But yeah, as a, I guess, analytical, a creative person too. I'm not just analytical, zero love for colors or art. Like, obviously I am an art person too. But I've always been like analytical brained, I guess. So I'm totally fine with when I get the explanation and you give me the statistics about why something is the way it is. I go, okay, thank you. Case closed. But I recognize that that's not really what happens on the internet, you know? What about egg stickers or egg glitters? Justice for egg toppers. See, I fear that would not, here's the thing. While I want Holo Royalty's collection to be different than just status quo, what everyone ends up voting, not that I don't respect, you know, the average vote, I do, and we have respected it for years now. But I also appreciate the just wanting something different, even if that is technically less popular because it has been so long. So now I'm like overriding the logic. However, I still want the collection to be well received and not like a, what the fuck is this though? Do you know what I mean? So by that I mean, it still should be appealing, more or less, interesting, generally enticing. I can't just like do weird egg shit. That's not, that'd be like worse sales than cracked taco shell. You know what I mean? Which was very polarizing. So just because something is different doesn't mean I'm making it intentionally like nasty or unappealing. Because we make product and we put a lot of work and effort into a product and launch. And we want people to buy it. Otherwise, we've wasted our efforts. And I want you to like it and not just buy it or hate it on the internet because that's a fun activity. Like, at the end of the day, we're still a brand and a business, and we want you to have something that is appealing. So I'm not doing an egg taco for Holo Royalty just because it's different. But I will do a different collection relative to, compared to past royalty collections. Listen to my keywords. Different than past Holo Royalty collections, intentionally, to create that difference. But my goal is for it to still feel like an appealing collection that would appeal to, hopefully, most people. I know that's impossible. But, like, it's not going to be an ugly collection on purpose. It's not haute garbage, okay? It's going to be appealing. There's going to be colors in it that people like, but it's not just going to be based on vote. It's going to be its own color story that looks good together. Does this make sense? Whoa, you want people to buy it? Weird, I know, right? The only one where I was like, I literally don't care, was haute garbage and Born Ugly. Because once in a while, we'll like do that. But I don't think I want to do that to royalty either. I feel like that's like too... Royalty is such a big launch for us. I'm not just like gonna make it the worst colors on purpose, so don't even think I'm doing that. I'm not doing we're only releasing ugly oranges and yellows. Cause like, as much as people would think that's funny and be like, yay, justice for the... Literally like 20% of sales would incur. I'm not kidding. Like, something like that. Which I'm not gonna do intentionally. So... that's not happening if it's just a bunch of oranges and yellows just for for jokes. Now, for an April Fool's extra launch that was just kind of thrown in there, that I'm okay with it being a risk and not that successful. Sometimes. I can't do that all the time. I don't want to do that to Holo Royalty. I feel like that's not a smart launch to mess with. That is one of our highest volume periods of the year. It also coincides with the loyalty sale, so a lot of people are shopping. So I'm not just doing the worst voted colors are the only ones we're releasing, because as much as that's funny to you, that would be not actually what customers want. And my team would look at me and be like, do you want this launch to fail? And I can't, the honest answer can't be yes. That's crazy. Like, guys, you have to use your head. That would be self-sabotage, exactly. That doesn't mean I'm never releasing orange or yellow. Do not intentionally misinterpret me now. It just means that I wouldn't do an entire collection dedicated to the things people don't buy. Like, if I did that, I should be fired. Like, I should be fired. If I unironically started making decisions like that, like, everyone should be like, I think she needs to be impeached. Like, you gotta get rid of me if that's what I'm doing. But that's what I'm here for, is to over-explain these things. So you can hopefully get a glimpse of what goes on in my mind. I know I should sleep, but the voices in my head go. Don't release all the ugliest colors. No one will buy them, you dummy. But everyone's yelling at me, so what do I do? Do 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 do. Okay. All right. Did I need to do 2 black and whites? No, right? It's just the Pop of Holo one. Yeah, okay. So just a black and a white. I'm calm, I swear. I've just had quite the roller coaster of the last 2 weeks, you know what I mean? Like, sick, not sick, well, unwell. It's just a paradox. That's literally the wrong word. I was gonna say it's been like a dichotomy of just things. Let's all take a nap. Yes, exactly, silly munchkin. But you did oat garbage? Yes. And that was only after proof of concept of Born Ugly happened. And also, when something is limited edition, it automatically increases sales. So, but I don't like abusing that and intentionally, knowingly, repeatedly making, I'm putting in quotations, ugly colors, but like colors that would otherwise sell worse if it wasn't for a limited edition badge, force ugly colors into limited edition slots just to make that the reason they sell. Sometimes that happens. Like, to create a mood board, a color story, Disco Inferno was the quote, I'm ugly color that was forced into the collection. Absolutely, yes. But if you always do that, or the entire collection is that statistically less desirable color, but you make it limited edition just so you sell through it, I don't want to do that repeatedly. Like, occasionally you could do that, and that's what I did with Oat Garbage, only after proof of concept was made with Born Ugly the year prior, and then that spawned an actually truly good idea, which was Oat Garbage. In my opinion, that idea being tied to high fashion actually made it more appealing than the joke I was running with of it being the ugliest color in the world. So to me, you can't really say, oh, that's exactly what you did and what you could do with ugly, quote unquote, ugly oranges and yellows, because it's just not. It doesn't carry the same other things I could lean into that's kind of save it, like the haute couture version, or that storytelling, which I think actually works because there is a truth to that being a popular color in fashion. It's not just the ugliest color in the world, blah, blah, blah. It's also a good fall color. Fall colors generally sell much better than spring colors. If I'm broad brush, like Sweet Pink Statement, fall colors always do better for us on average. So it kind of fell into that category, even though it was not actually fall. But there's just other things saving it that didn't make me feel so bad. As like when you add the limited edition factor, that's gonna sell better. But there was also like positive qualities to the collection set and what it brought to the table, irrespective of that. So I was like, it's okay. And we had Born Ugly proof of concept. If I did that with ugly orange and yellows and made it limited edition, I would feel like it's not really, like the only reason that we would sell through them is because of that limited edition label. And that's not why I want to build an entire collection on it. One polish, a couple, like that's gonna happen inevitably to like create well-rounded color stories. But I don't like making a habit of it. So that's why it's not the same. A great April Fool's would be to bring back a bunch of the retired yellows. Only if we joke that they sold out immediately. And that's what's funny, because I wouldn't actually want to make my team bring back polishes that will not sell. That seems like, counter to everything I'm just saying about wasting resources. So, I would, like, that'd be funny if, like, we brought them back and we're like, oh my god, they sold out immediately, but it's because we never sold them. But I know that would just make people upset. A small group of people upset. So that's not my goal either. So I don't think that's a good idea, unfortunately, after thinking it through for 5 seconds. It's hard out here. Okay, this is the Pop of Holo. And I did put some on a yogurt lid so I could get some extras. Bloop. Did you guys end up placing glitters with Pop of Holo with a toothpick? Or were people just like not really caring how it was slapped on? I always place glitters because then I find I can make it a little more even. Like one swipe of it with the brush, see where they land, sure. But then I always like supplement my glitters. Hello, these are my favorite types of streams. Oh god, it's just me yapping. I can't tell you how many times I've discovered I like something I didn't think I'd like. That's another good point about, like, I guess, forcing something into a collection that you didn't think you would buy. I did glitter placement. I do a brush swipe, then placement. Yeah. I'd say that's how I would recommend people do it. Like this one, for whatever reason, just didn't land in the middle as much. But that's okay, we can fill it in. Uh-oh, I have to blow my nose again. No. I hate being sick. Coin toss for sure. Oh, coin toss, yes. I agree. Yeah, coin toss is such a nice, like, pale white gold. And it's kind of become a favorite for my toes. I don't know, I just really like glitter on my toes. I think it's fun. Okay, we have painted these. I'm gonna clear some space and grab just so I can move them away. Actually, I'm gonna do a quick pee out the tea and I'll BRB. Let me know what ad you get. She's back. The ad was Gordon Ramsay on a boat. Oh my lord. What? Is he trying to find the worst kitchen on the ocean? Alright, let's add a nice thick coat of glossy taco. I got a Simply Rent ad? What? Do I own a rental company? I had no idea. Beautiful. Hyper Punch. Such a good, like, watermelon-y kind of summery shade. That's very loud. This one's Splash Zone. Love this one. That one and Saltwater Taffy, actually. Like, these two together would be really pretty. An acid drip, of course. our topper. Blue Fizz Taco. An oddball topper, for sure. But you know, after 7 years, we're allowed to do weird toppers because we've covered all of the attractive topper bases, more or less. So we're gonna start getting weirder, probably. This is your warning. Okay, let's put these back on the shelf. Put that one. I also have to put the coastal crèmes away, right? I just realized I have to fuck up my crème line. Actually, these crèmes have already encroached onto the second row. So it's already been ruined. I'm so dramatic. Everything is ruined. No, the single line of crèmes that I like having at the bottom, just because I think solid crèmes read really well in like beauty guru lighting. You can't always tell special effects stuff this far away, so I like the crèmes there. But I have to totally redo it because we don't have the coastal crèmes on there. I gotta fit 8 more. Urgh. It took me a while to incorporate mine. Okay, that's next after we swatch them. Can we get a blue flake taco? Okay, so fun fact, that was prototyped. Hello, glossy taco. What was that prototyped for? I can't even remember. But when I was asking for purple flake taco, we also got, like, there's like a greenish, tealish one, and there's a blue one. But the blue one is very similar to Sky Lounge, like the color of, and they don't exist in every possible color. It just, that is the blue one. Like, it's not navy, it's like this cerulean, I can't say that's the word, blue. But the pigment supplier, at least at that time, had them ground so finely that they did not match the consistency or like the size ratio of our typical foil flake toppers. And while some variance happens batch to batch, for sure, this seemed like way too, like it was way too ground up compared to anything else. And I'm like, hey, that's just weird. Like, we'd have to market it as like not exactly the same. And I'm like, can they make them bigger? And then they were like, no. So I was like, okay, I don't want it. Now, maybe if we come back in a year, it won't be like that. I don't know. But this is an ongoing challenge with supply chain, and things like that are only going to get worse and harder to get exactly what you want. So all these things you picture in your head, or even have seen from small makers who were able to get small batches because that's all they need from local suppliers, which is not necessarily who we use, those might cease to exist eventually. Sorry for the bad news. So yeah, we are, you know, it's harder and harder to work within what we can confidently get, and confidently get enough of, and confidently get again if it's something we need to restock. So it's actually a lot easier to just be a limited edition company. Can we get a supply chain stock email like this? Yeah, it's not just supply chain. That's just like the words that the industry uses. It's also like a combination of a bunch of other world economic reasons. But yeah. would love a topper inspired by No Apologies. Everything Taco. That's very similar. If you just want purple in the base, then just add Grape Expectations. But there's actually something that's coming out in the anniversary collection that is going to be marketed as a full coverage polish, a buildable, like, build it up in 3 coats. But why is there a fruit fly? Ah! I don't have any fruit. I just have nail polish. Even the fruit flies are trying to eat the nail polish. What was I saying? But there is a polish that is a full coverage polish coming out in the anniversary collection that you could just put 1 coat over black or wear it as a topper. That maybe has similar No Apologies vibe. Like, it's not. I mean, I'm sure some people will say, oh my god, it's exactly the same. But, like, it's not. No Apologies is virtually, like, 99% iridescent. This one has iridescent. But it also has, technically, a new holographic hybrid pigment that's shoved into there. So it's like, it's got a lot going on. But don't worry, I've prepared myself for the inevitable. This is exactly the same. And then people will say that for 5 days straight until they just realize they're wrong. There's no getting ahead of that. And anyone who says, oh, just release everything earlier, well, then I should just release the collection a week earlier and just launch it a week earlier. Don't you see how it would just be the same thing? Like, what? Like, you can't do that. You have to, well, I want to be able to hype something up for some time, please. Thank you. People also get frustrated when you show something that you can't actually buy. So when we fully show something, it better be coming out like the next day. There is no solution, is basically my point, to people just assuming the worst of me. But that's fine. I'm used to it. I just wish people would realize that that's what they do every time, and then they're wrong. But I think that's just the internet, you know what I mean? The internet just loves to be negative. So that's fine. It's content. But not just content. Like, it's people on the internet who just love to say, well, she's bad. Bad simply. I love pointing it out. I'm just painting my sticks in peace. Yes, leak week is coming. I can't wait to see the box. I gotta remind myself. It's also been like a complicated week because it's like a holiday in the States yesterday. So it's been a little bit more scattered for me to, wrap my head around. Wait, what order are we doing something in again? So I'll have to revisit it this weekend. I have some work to do this weekend before everything starts going live. But yes, obviously we're gonna show off the box. Maybe not like fully at first, you gotta keep some people on their toes. But you'll definitely know what the concept is, unless you're like clueless. I suppose it's possible. But I think it'll be pretty clear that you'll know what the general concept is. Do you need a second round of taco swatches for your taco wheels? Do I? No, I did a black and a white. I think it was just the royalty that I should have done. But now that I think about it, maybe I don't need to do it if it's the topper, because then I know it's on the topper. I don't know why I like duplicating work for myself. Coastal Crèmes isn't really my palette, but I truly cannot deny how satisfying they are all lined up together. See? First time live stream watcher, long time Holo lover. I love that sentence. I've missed your voice since you stopped doing your usual YouTube videos, but damn, I'm missing out by not being here instead. Very fun. Thank you for joining us, Limited Bones. I hope you get infinite bone. Wait, I'm sick. Don't listen to me. Like, like, I hope your bones aren't limited. Wait, do bones... I guess we all have a limited edition number of bones, right? Yeah. Yeah, if you lose them, they're just gone. If you break them, I hope they heal, you know? Because you have a limited edition number of bones. That's great. Wow, we're just realizing things. Did you say low-key blushing leans more brown or pink? We had this chat on Reddit. Oh, I don't go there. For this exact reason. I don't know. I mean, the answer is both are true. This is something I fear is like a lesson that every single person needs to learn. Two things can be true at once, and that's something we need to accept more, and we will find peace by doing so. It might lean more brown on some people, to some eyeballs, on some screen devices, in some lighting, when contrasted with certain objects in-house. It might also lean more pink relative to a different polish, someone's skin tone, and all these other factors, right? That question cannot be answered with an absolute science. While I don't deny there are questions that can be answered by a science, for sure, the perception of a color relative to another is not something that has one answer. But people love to feel like they're right about that too. Does that even need a second coat? Not really. These crèmes are so opaque, like on your actual nail. I'm sure those of you who got the collection know already. Like, you can get away with one thick-ish coat for most of the colors. But on a swatch stick, they don't carry like human skin behind them, so it does let a bit more light through as a result. So I tend to overcoat the sticks relative to how I would paint my actual nails, just for good measure. Like, there's just a slightly translucent on that first coat, but you know, second one, perfect. There's not an empirical answer. No, I know. It's crazy. To thrive, and they're surrounded by fellow humans who allow and want this to happen. Oh, I don't know if I guess you're answering someone else. Some people are feeling very negative regardless of algorithms, and for good reason. Yes, fully understood. However, counterpoint. I think realizing or recognizing a misdirected anger is one of the most powerful tools that will only help you and the people around you. Like, I'm not saying people in general vibes, you know, don't have the right or reason to be upset, angry, whatever. Like, yes, absolutely. The world exists and it's not perfect for everyone. I just think realizing or like reflecting on, hey, why am I upset at this for this reason or a different reason? Is this a misdirection of anger? Is this me using this as an outlet? Is this warranted? Is this reasonable? Is there something else I can funnel my anger or passion, turn it into a passion to try and do something good for you with it. I think like those questions are super valuable. So I'm not really of the mindset of like, oh yeah, just excuse everyone who's mean on the internet's behavior because they're obviously just, you know, dealing with unhappy stuff in their lives. Like that's not, like I would prefer to solve the problem, even if it's like, let me be your psychologist. Who are we really mad at here? Is it Elaine? What was the fucking girl who like threw all the Halloween candy on the grill? Fuck, her name wasn't Elaine. Something like that. Is it really her we're mad at? Like, no. Am I just hungry? Like, yeah. What is it? Was it Elaine Carroll? Is that her name? The Fruity Pebbles Cake Pop Gate? What's that? I love Fruity Pebbles and Cake Pops, but I don't know what you're referring to. But okay, we got a glassy taco these coastal crams. I'm mad at things beyond my control. Yeah, that's a tough one. I still remember from first year psychology, which I took twice because I didn't like the grade I got in first year because I was drunk the whole year basically. So I got like, okay, everyone's gonna yell at me for this, but I got B's and like 1 C. Okay, I know it's not the worst. I still passed, whatever. But it was not good enough for me. So I redid first year psych in like third year, just like for fun, because I didn't actually need to, but I just wanted to, okay? So, and I got like an A+ when I redid it, so everyone shut up. Anyways, in first year psych, you learn about the locus of control, right? So, this isn't the only thing you learn, but it's like the one thing that sticks out that I remember. Whether something was in your internal or external to your locus of control. And knowing which it falls under can inform or change how you react to something. So for example, you get in a car accident, someone rear ends you. You have no idea what happened because like you didn't see it coming, right? Your initial gut reaction might be to be really pissed at the person. They definitely just drove into me, right? Like it's assuming the worst of the person. But it's outside of your control. You're external to your locus of control. So you're like immediately pissed at someone that's not you, right? But what if... Wait, this is a bad example. I just realized. My thing doesn't make sense. Never mind. Oh my god, I can't remember the really good example that I used to cite. Okay, maybe this can still work. It's not quite the one-to-one as I was thinking, but what if you get out and then realize that there was actually you get out of the car and then realize that the lights had turned off, right after you went through. So the person behind you was like mistakenly thinking they were supposed to go, or sorry, the inverse of what I'm saying. Okay, this is a terrible analogy. I need a better one. I'm not your teacher. I'm fired. I'm being fired right now. Yeah. Okay, health crisis. There you go. So the person behind you is actually in the middle of having a heart attack, and that's why they rear-ended you. When you get out of your car and you realize that, are you still mad? Not really, because it wasn't in their control. They didn't choose to rear-end you. So you realize that while it was outside of your control, which makes you like want to be pissed at someone, the cause of it was actually also outside of their control too. And that should, in theory, give you a bit of an empathetic type reaction, a more compassionate response that isn't just rooted in like, fuck you, bitch. Because you're supposed to accept that that person's like, they didn't make an action, they didn't take an action or a decision to, you know, hurt you or ruin your bumper or whatever, because it was out of their locus of control. Okay? So that's supposed to help a sane person, right, realize, oh, okay, like, I won't be mad and I will process this event differently. And the power in that is so real. And I think doing more of that exercise on the daily helps everyone. Even with like things that are so simple that your gut reaction is to assume the worst of someone. They're like, oh my God, well, obviously they did it because blah, 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 blah. It's like, well, do you know that? Like, why are we always mad? Yeah, no, this is the question. Why are they always mad? Why are we always mad? Why is, if you're someone who finds yourself always getting upset at something and then realizing later, like, maybe that wasn't really warranted, you know, for whatever reason. I do think stepping back and asking, like, whose control is this in? I don't just mean being upset, because, like, I guess in theory anyone could say that's in your own control, but blah, 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 I get it. People have emotions. But if you're mad at something or someone you see that's angering you, is it in their individual control, and are they directing it at you? Now, sometimes the answer is yes. Like if a comment is writing to me to piss me off, then the answer is yes. But for most normal people, like, usually it's not always a yes, right? It's kind of a, well, I guess I'm not sure, or let me think about that. Now, something may affect you even if it's not individually directed at you, but I think even that kind of helps the anger to at least curb it. Because not everything that we get mad at will actually result in anything. You know, you get mad at the TV because there's some dumb fuck saying dumb shit on the TV. Well, he can't hear you, you know? He can't hear you screaming back at him. So that anger, like yelling at the TV or like getting mad in that moment, maybe that feels good, but it's not actually accomplishing anything other than, like, you know, making you pissed off and in a bad mood. So is the answer just to keep screaming and let yourself be in that bad mood? Or is it to reassess, reevaluate, where is this coming from? What am I actually upset at? This person can't fucking hear me. So what can I do about it in a way that might actually be productive? Now, if anything, I'm not saying everything can be solved. There's so many things that cannot be solved. But sometimes you got to worry about yourself and your heart rate. Your elevated heart rate. If that's all that can be fixed, fix is the wrong word. If that's all that can be ameliorated, is lowering your heart rate, feeling a bit more calm, you know, not giving into hypertension or whatever, then so be it. Then take that. I think there's just so many things we cannot fix, and being constantly angry about it isn't gonna help us anymore, nor will it help the world, usually. Like, I'm not saying give up hope. Yes, do things that reasonably would result in some movement or momentum, absolutely. But sometimes, like, there's some things that just upset you, and whatever your upset is just not going to go anywhere. So be selfish and go do something else. You know what I mean? Is it serving you, and is it serving you well? So why are you serving it? Is this therapy or is this simply an illogical stream? It's very hard for some people to control this. Yes, I know, and that's part of the challenge, right? And why it's, you know, I don't think I'm solving anyone's problems in 2 seconds here either, but it's just something that maybe one person might remember the next time they're like upset at something that they can't reasonably control themselves. Maybe one person remembers, oh, Simply did say something about this. Like, she said to maybe take a step back and think, who am I mad at? Why am I mad at it? Will my reaction benefit what I'm mad at and turn it into something better for me? Or is it just upsetting me more? Okay, maybe I'm gonna go have a sip of tea or watch a stupid show instead, because it'll serve me better. One person will remember this. So that's all. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. And sometimes you just need to hear that repeated over and over to you. Right? Because like no one listens to motivational or like, I don't know, Dr. Phil's the worst example, but 20 years ago it was an example people unironically listened to. No one listens to that and like becomes a changed person after listening to one episode. It's repetition. It's just like when you would study for something. When did you do better on exams? It's when you repeated studying the same thing and you retained that information by practicing it, whether by writing it down by hand or by like quizzing yourself, doing something on cue cards, studying with your friends. Repetition, studying, and it like imprinting it into your brain. It's kind of the same. So if you hear good advice and you think, oh, that's good advice, and then you never hear it again, or any form of the advice, like I'm not saying it's exactly the same, you're not gonna retain or remember it. So I do think like listening to a lot of stuff that can be helpful, or just like hearing someone say something that like a lot of people say but no one implements, the more it'll stick with you better if you have a reason to retain it. And also you got to practice it, just like studying or anything else, right? Just like physiotherapy, you have homework. Shout out to the 30% sciatica people in the chat. But yeah, you got to practice it. So next time you're kind of like pissed at something or you want to comment, you fucking idiot, try it. Think about it. Who am I mad at? What will this comment serve? And I'm not saying just like all of a sudden like become and just like you're all of a sudden at peace. Like, no, it's fine. You know, everyone has stressful moments, whatever. It's just like it's treated like a little experiment. See what happens. Okay, it's inside of your locus of control. Check your posture. What? Okay, I put the camera back out so we can reorganize my crèmes, because that's what we got to do now. No, it's in my eye. It's all the shit I've been talking. Finding your ability to see something, feel your feelings, and then step back and figure out why you're feeling that way. Rage bait, crowd base, accurate or triggered is a learned skill. Yeah, it is a skill that takes practice. So it does bother me when like sometimes people will be like, oh, well, it's easy for you to say. And it's just like, no, because you got to practice it. Like things don't come perfectly easily to me either. I'm 37 years old. I practiced a lot of things for decades. Where's my credit? Okay, we got to reorganize the crèmes. Here, I'll put this down here so you can kind of see. I did, to be fair, got a quick jump shot forced into a different kind of mentality on the social media brain, because I was never an active participant in social media as a normal person, so I never had a chance to be a bitch on the internet. Like, I literally didn't have that chance, because by the time, like, I never really used Instagram before I became Instagram famous, sort of. So I was robbed of the opportunity to even be that bitch. Because I was thrust into oh, you're famous now, so you think about this way differently, because now people are bitching at you. So obviously I realize I don't want to do that to someone else. But that's not a lesson you learn just by being a normal person on the internet. So I do have that advantage, I guess. The advantage of being bitched at first. There's still time. There's still time. What if I just regress and like next decade, fuck all y'all. Simply Not Logical is just gonna be hate commenting on everyone else. So yeah, I guess I have the unique privilege of like being taught the lesson by being on the other side immediately. That being said, of course I probably like bullied someone in high school. I don't know. Like, the internet wasn't the same, so that wasn't the same tool. But like, I'm sure I was rude to someone. Like, I was so unhappy as a teenager. But like, who isn't? Okay, don't pretend like you were. You're lying. So I don't know if it was being famous person or just general maturity and growing up that changed my perspective. It's hard for me to say. I don't have like an A-B of my life, you know? But 100%, like, I know what it's like to be rude to people because I did it when I was 16. We're not lying on this stream. Teenage girls are a very specific type of mean that I hope most of us grew out of, right? Yeah. Like, I would not judge someone for their Instagram comment, the future 16-year-olds, because when you are a 16-year-old girl, you are a bitch. Or it makes a lot more sense to me because you haven't learned the repercussions, the consequences yet of what it's like to be so mean to other people. Like, because maybe it hasn't happened to you yet, just a matter of time, just wait. You know, or you don't realize like how it hurts someone's feelings, and that's quite normal when you're young. So I'm usually like not mad at dumbass teenagers. I'm like, yeah, whatever. Okay. It's the adults who are fucking annoying. The fully grown adults. I'm just like, why are you like that? Why are you 16? Don't be 16. That's what's annoying. Okay, we gotta redo this because I'm yapping too much. Let me point to where these go, and then I'll make a slot, and then I will move them around. So that's what I'm gonna do. So I'm just kind of guesstimating where they're gonna go so I know where to put slots. So that will go there, and then we'll do the detectives deck. Okay, I've placed them, and now we gotta whack them. Emotional regulation and sense of accountability. What? Yeah. Yeah, but you only get that when you're old. You get old. So that's why I absolutely give grace period to young people. I'm like, that's okay. That's fine. Adults at work who act 16. Honestly, the workplace kind of does this to people. I feel like some workplaces, not all of them, but like I have, you know, friends who have stories too, can kind of turn into like a microcosm of society. And by that I mean when you just have like a smaller group, or even if it's a large workplace that gets broken up into like a smaller department or something, people just get catty and weird because you're like on an island with them in a way, right? So even workplaces have the potential to get catty and weird and just recreate high school all over again. Now, I hope that's not everyone's experience, but I feel like most of us have had, or at least witnessed that experience at some point in our work lives, right? Assuming we're all like 30-something and old on average. So that happens, and that's why that's why HR. But it's also why there's like a whole field of psychology dedicated to workplaces. Fuck, what's it called? Like, you can literally get a degree in it. I can't remember what it is. I'm sick. But there's like workplace psychologists for this reason. Because being in a small group of people like makes people get festery and fucking weird. And like entitled, and it's like this, tiny IRL community. Industrial organization, is that what it is? Organizational behavior. It's organizational psychology. That's the word I was looking for, yes. Which is like so interesting. They needed to develop an entire field of psychology for how fucking bitchy people can get at work. Are there any organizational psychologists in the chat? But again, it's not necessarily like the work or the nature of the work, although sometimes it could be. I'm not saying it's impossible. But it's more often just like you just get a group of people together and make them do things together for an extended period of time. People are going to have a hard time dealing with each other because people don't do well with people. It happens, Sometimes you got to make compromises. You got to give people the benefit of the doubt. You got to not assume the worst of someone. You have to be helpful, understanding, patient. And some people don't want to do those things. So they react otherwise. And then you need an occupational psychologist to bring everyone together or whatever. Okay, we're gonna have to move the 3 tiny tacos because they are not good organizational psychology, honestly. They're like too tiny and they just don't fit in here. I'm an organizational psychologist with my nail polish collection. The stream has been so informational. I also don't know what I'm talking about because I didn't do my degree in psychology. I did criminology and then sociology, concentration in criminology. So I'm not a psychologist. But some of what I remember learning in like first or second year, I'd like find so interesting still. But I just don't remember exactly how they explained it to me. But in principle, I remember thinking it was interesting. You know what I mean? And I'm sure if I was actively in psychology now, I would like care to remember all these terms and find it really fascinating to recite. Back to school. Simply gets philosophical when sick. Is that what it is? See, I can't ask the universe, why me? Why am I sick? What will that serve? Nothing. It will not serve me. You just gotta get through it. Even if you go a little crazy. Or maybe you just need a nap, yeah. The chat is so informative. This is a good group. I know, right? Like, you guys clocked exactly what I was trying to say. Or the field. Oh, the tea has... so much has spilled. It's empty! This is literally reflection time. This is reflection time, yeah. I have a total bitch I work with, but she's a friend with someone in HR, so we are stuck with her. Uh-oh. She's already been moved to other buildings and now she's being moved to other departments. Yeah. And things like this will happen in work, and humans will, you know, lean on each other, your friends or sort of friends at work, to get through it, and people will gossip and it'll make them feel better temporarily. So having alliances at work maybe is like strategically helpful, and by that I mean, like, I don't know, people who are like close enough you could say they're kind of your friend, even if not everyone at work is your friend, or you wouldn't consider them that outside of work. Some people have like truly great friendships and they become best friends with people at work. So you have to move some from here up. We're moving up. Upwards mobility. They got a promotion to the next shelf. I met one of my BFFs at work 16 years ago. That's awesome. I met Ben at school, and then we worked in the same place. No clue what you're talking about, but I agree. True. We bonded over work bullies and bad management, for sure. And people do bond over management, you know, at work. Yeah, I know. It's like when I worked in the government, everyone would be like, oh my god, the director is full of shit, or whatever. Do people say that about me now? Yeah, probably. But that's just part of the fun of like working together. But yeah, you know, that's what happens. We actually have quite a lot of like greens in this area, which I'm happy with, like the touch grasses, you know. And Creamsicle Coast is going right there, beautiful, in between Banana Hacks and Butterscotch Hop. I had an awful workplace in the past, and I trauma bonded with coworkers. That boss went to federal prison for fraud. Okay, wow. Whoa, that's a story. I was just like, everyone just complains about the director because they're annoying or something. It's like, no, fraud, jail. Okay, crazy. Did I put a glossy taco on the coastal crèmes? I'm tripping. It looks like I did. I think I did. Guys, I'm not okay. Yes, I did. Because Dockside Drama dries down slightly matte naturally. That's just the color of the pigment. So I must have. Because it's glossy. See? Valerie, check dockside drama. See? Yeah. Okay. So we did. Phew. Because I was like, wait a second. Did I not glossy taco that yet? Okay, where did she go? Here. Uh-oh. I think I still have too many. How did this happen? Wait, do I have too many? No, I have too many. No. Fuck, man. And I already took out one coat black and like threw it on the other shelf. So what that means is now I have too many toppers too, because I was encroaching on the topper shelf with my crèmes over here, right? But I can't get rid of my toppers because they're all on one shelf. So I have like too many crèmes. Okay, it's time to retire 2 more immediately. It's okay, future non-sick Chris will fix it later. I know, I'm just like, oh no. I'm sure you have space in the upper shelves. Yeah, but I want to keep them all together. Organizational psychology. What have we learned? Isn't that what organizational psychology is? Ay. You should plan your collections around shelf space. Yeah, I'm actually going to tell Holo Royalty that. Due to shelf space, you're getting this and that only. Okay, I have an organizational problem. I have too many toppers or too many crèmes to fit on 2 shelves. There's like an excess of 2. So someone's got to get bumped to the top. But I don't want it to be my toppers because they fit mostly on 1 shelf. But then the crèmes would have to be dispersed on 3 shelves, and that's not necessary because they're only like 1 1/3 of a shelf full. This is a math problem. I'm gonna see who can solve it first. What if you split them vertically? What? Like go up like a column. I might have to, just to maintain the toppers where they are, at least for now. Until we add some more. Move the toppers? Don't retire too, just make 10 more. Okay. Just on the 2 shelves, half crèmes, half toppers. Physically cut the polishes in half. Easy. Patchwork like a quilt. Just come out with more and take up another shelf. Okay, I need another, like, how many go across? Like 45, 67? I don't know. I mean, maybe by the end of the year, yeah. More shelves is more polish. I build more nail polish shelves, I think. Okay, Okay, I'm gonna have to bump some up because this is too annoying to me. I also realized that I accidentally eliminated the white because she's on my desk. But you know what? I'm going to put over there with black, like where I have top coats and base coats, because those are just like essentials. But I'm going to throw some green up here. No, it's not enough room. It's not enough room. Okay, you know what? Well, Simply might have to solve this problem because I think it needs like a whole organizational reorg of the workplace. And while I do that, I should really contemplate the next collection. Which is a good number. Move the top and base coats. Yeah, they're over there. They're like kind of behind chat. You can't see them. But I don't want to extend colors that way. I want colors to float this way, like in the central screen, you know. There's a whole overthought. Just throw it all out. Let me start over. The struggle. Guess a future stream is reorganizing the shelves. Honestly, like at least once a year. It should just be a redo all my shelves. Okay, do you want to do the detectives deck? I didn't even print labels, but we could print labels next time. Because I don't want to stick them on, or I don't want to put them on a wheel anyways until they're like fully dry, like next day. Well, not next day. Next time we do this, don't worry, I won't do it without you. And then we can add the anniversary polishes. Okay, detectives, give me your deck. I know it's been like 2 weeks, and I have failed. Where is it? Detectives deck. Sorry. Specific crème. Okay, I'm looking through your links. Where's the deck? Oh, there it is. Got him. Okay, thank you, Holo Taco detectives. I am, might be 3 weeks late, but, you know, Ben has been on vacation. What is this? Welcome back to Detective 101, Ben de la Crème. Brought to you again by the chaotic Holo Taco. Oh, do you want the song? Okay. It's your turn. Everyone gather round. Organizational Psychology Workplace. Welcome back to Detective 101, Ben de la Crème. Oh, like what am I really excited about? There's actually a crème. Just the first thing that popped into my head was a very one specific crème color that is kind of reminiscent of something that we have done. It's not the same. It's different enough. Whatever. But I know people will be like, hey, it's the same. I'll show you, and I'll be like, no, it's not. But I'm really, really excited for this one particular crème color. I don't think it's gonna be like a huge seller or anything because it's just a crème. But I think I'm really excited for that. Why is the audio cooked? Not my fault. Sorry, the audio is cooked. Yes. I was referring to peer pressure as my favorite crème color that was coming, that I was in particular excited about, because I really like that color of like turquoise. And I called it, that everybody was like, this is the same as David's tea. And I'm like, no, it's not. You rascal? Who are you calling a rascal? Yeah, you're getting just a little crème collection at some point later. It's not soon. I think I'm also thinking of it because I'm literally like at the stages of deciding the final color lineup. Still have to mill on that. I think I got to pick by this week. I'm sure I was talking about coastal crèmes. What's been hiding? Greek food. And also 4 of the coastal crèmes. I think I must have been testing, like, I don't know, final samples or mini production or something like that. Thanks, Ben. Ben's just happy he got his margarita. Simply Basement Logical prototype approval time. Yes. I'm pretty sure green was just saltwater taffy. Sometimes the shade names that the lab writes, sometimes there's no shade name written, like it just says number, and sometimes they decide to write a color. But like that's not me labeling it. I do find detectives, if I'm to assist you in your adventures, read too much into the color prescribed on these. 'Cause like, is it green or is it like mint or like aqua? You know what I mean? But like that's not how the lab works. They're just like green, red. I'm pretty sure they even wrote red on like the coral ones. Like they're like whatever. Cause it doesn't really matter. Like that's just arbitrary. It's just an easy way for them just to slightly segment that isn't just numerical. And sometimes it doesn't even have labels of colors at all. So I find like I wouldn't even really think green 4, like I don't know. What matters to us in the like tracking process of like making sure we're talking the same language is the number. Like 89.4 is what I would follow up with and be like, that is the selection, it's 89.4. I wouldn't say green 4 because that's just, I guess, maybe between them a little bit. There's many debates on what colors you labeled. I think it's just the lab and who's there that day and who's printing at the label printer. Like how some things are slightly different formatted or whatever. Like it's really that's not that deep. Does the X mark the spot? The X's, when they're shown in colors, are always in red Sharpie. That's my process. Because the lab will create polishes, they will put on stickers that always have a unique code, at least within that collection. Sometimes codes repeat themselves across collections, but it doesn't really matter because we know we're talking about this collection. And this would have been, that's what's under the smiley faces. It might have said coastal crèmes, or it might have just said like summer crèmes. I can't remember. We don't always have the full collection name like decided that early on. Sometimes we do. Sometimes it sticks. Sometimes it literally just says Crèmes, if, for example. But it doesn't always mean it's gonna stick, even if it did have a selection, if that makes sense. But my process is when myself and the team are aligned on the final selections, so like say the 8 coastal crèmes, I will repaint them on a swatch wheel in an aesthetically pleasing order that I'm like, okay, this is the order we like. This is how maybe we'll present it later when we like take pictures. Doesn't have to be, we can change our minds. But it helps us see it cohesively as a final look that isn't just individually each shade from different wheels, right? But I'll paint the whole thing together again. I'll write all the codes. I'll put a red Sharpie X underneath the swatch wheel on the ones that are being selected and on the final wheel and on the bottle, so that it's easy for me if I have to a couple months later when I get the like mini production batch sample, which means, okay, we're going into production. Here's what we made to basically dupe your selection from a few months ago. Now that we have to like make a shit ton of it. And some things can change between selection and mini production. Usually not with crèmes, like that is very rare. But with anything that has specialty pigments where you are dependent on supply chain and all of a sudden they send you a shimmer that has a slightly different shift or a slightly different size, like the micron particles are smaller or larger. Sometimes it's just like, well, this is what we have. Even though it's not exactly 100% the same, if it's still the spirit of what I was after and I'm still happy with it, then it's fine. But that's why I need to mark my original approvals so I can go back to my exact bottle that I said yes to. I said yes to the bottle, and then I have my marked bottles, so I know it was this one. So that's why I put an X on them. No one else really sees the X because I keep the bottles that I approve, and I just go back to the lab and tell them like the number selection. And then they look at their bottles, and then they're like, okay, then this is the recipe for that selection type of thing. Prototype production batch approvals. Is this slightly in color? Oh yeah, there's me being like, I'm doing batch approvals. It would have been a black and white filter that I use from Snapchat. So I don't know. Some black and white filters do very different and weird things. Like sometimes they accentuate reds really deeply. Like who knows? There's so many different black and white filters that do different things that I don't think you can just like infer anything from. You might have a vision problem. It's possible. Have you ever had trouble matching the mini batch ones to the ones you selected months ago? Yes, it happens. And it will happen even more because of supply chain manufacturers just being unable or unwilling to match a pigment that they had months ago because they're like, I don't know, we changed our shit. So you're like, what are you gonna do? Girl, too much tea is being spilled. Are you mad? What would you like me to do? Say nothing and be mysterious? Middle finger swatching begins. Hello, pink. Is that pink? What is that? Why does it look like it has a white cap? Is that even nail polish? I don't even know what that is. I actually have no idea what that is. What we release next.
Uh-oh.
What we release next.
Will have a higher overall value. It'll be more expensive than this. And there will be more nail polishes.
Coastal Crèmes. Because there's 8 of them.
So it'll be easier to hit free shipping, is what I'm telling you.
Yes.
Whether or not you're international.
Yes, because this was only 5 nail polishes. Oh my god. What is this notes? Look at this. My class notes. Little crème collection. 8 crème spotted. More expensive than Pop of Holo. Crèmes is $13 each. 8 times 13 is 104. Yes. But then we gave you a discount. And a bag. No topper, not limited edition, June. Not any 7. Correct. Your class notes are correct. You're very good at taking notes. Did you take notes on our organizational psychology lecture? Moving on to full hand swatching. Yes. I had to file them down so my swatches for Crèmes.
What's on your
were a little
nails?
short.
It's a secret. Plus lunar unicorn skin. That's not a secret.
That was Midnight Marina with lunar unicorn skin. It kind of looks like a crazy frosted metal, but that's just the angle and the Beauty Guru lighting. Summer slushy experiments. So I must have been wearing serving sherbet. And I had a topper on. Because I swatched all of them and then I added a topper. What color is it? Gonna guess purple. Oh, shut up. Because I just like wore it out. Guys, what am I supposed to do? Cut my hands off? I guess you clocked it in like the corner. Didn't even match my outfit, but it's just where I landed in the swatch. Yes. Now my stream, unfortunately, my Polish Mountain stream lands before we launch some new crèmes that are going into the Polish Mountain bundle. Yeah.
So some of it's going to be spoiled because of my Polish Mountain stream. But like, whatever. I don't really think it's that big of a deal. It's not like a high stakes launch like as we were saying. Gold. Oh, oops, there's the collection name. I took out the names here and just put the acronyms. I don't have the pictures yet because I'm literally in the middle of swatching. But I am putting our new crèmes in the mountain. So that'll in and of itself be a fun reveal. And then I had it in my notes. This was from Menchie Gang? Oh my god, you're all fired. Because I showed you my working draft notes of how I was going to run Polish Mountain with like climb milestones. And when I would release an unreleased Holo Taco shade like in the mountain. And I wrote Summer Scandal for me. I'm like, oh, the orange one. But then I realized I was sharing it with you. Oh, shit. All right, last swatch. And color correcting going through my camera roll. Look how pretty they look in black and white. Oh, you knew it was pink. Yeah. That's a good combo. That's Boardwalk Behavior with Sweetheart Taco. I love those two together. It's very like such an easy Valentine's Day Manny, you know, like classic. Look at how pretty those were. So 100 layers of nail polish. Yes. The incident that broke my back. Possibly the most leaked collection so far. Exactly, amateur. This entire collection, in case you missed it, every single coastal crème was leaked during the Polish Mountain stream. Like the week before. More than the week before. Because I wanted to use them. Like, no, I said to the team, I'm like, no, I want to use them because I want to use mostly crèmes because that's what looks good in my vision for the mountain. And these are such good crèmes and they're such good coverage. And I only want to use shades that are like really good coverage in one coat because that's just, it's more fun just to do one coat of something that's full coverage instead of like, I'm not going to use jellies or anything because you can't really see them, right? So it's like, I have to use the new crèmes even though they're not released, which normally I would not do, but I just felt like this overrided everything. And I'm like, yeah, whatever, it's fine. Detectives will just get it all. And they can put it into a collage and they deserve it, you know? Oh my god, what in the scatter plot? If you trust your detectives, one rogue neon shade one rogue neon, person, individual, right? Made you a data project. Curious? Here's a link. Oh my god, I'm scared. What the fuck is this? Individual weight versus paint times. Time waiting is blue dots. Time painting. Hold on a second. Is this a scatter plot of how much I yap versus how much I slap the polish on my nail? Let's see. You know what? I don't really see any particular correlation. I think I'm almost equally, with a few outlier exceptions, yapping an average of like 3 times longer than I am painting, but that's pretty persistent from world's first to one coat black towards the end. So, okay, yeah, we yapping, but I'm consistently yapping. With the exception of the magnetic. Yeah, and Edward says hi. Well, he had a meet and greet, so obviously. Okay, this is a very beautiful scatter plot. I love scatter plots. That's probably like one of my favorite types of charts I used to make, because I'm like, bar graphs, pff, boring. Can't see any fucking correlation with that blocks. Those blocks. I love scatter plots though. But I don't think you could like do much with this other than draw an average line, right? Like maybe you have that in, I don't even know what this is. Raw data, what it sounds like. Just every bit of raw data I extracted from the VOD. Pure mountain, starting from the first brush stroke of the first layer. Okay, so this is like your definitions. This is your methodology section. Ranking the layers after wait times. Pure ranking. Only the top 10 fastest slowest. Question. Oh my god. Hold on a second. There's tabs. Bruh. Bruh, what? I'm sorry. I mean, I do love a good drill down, but this is wild. You have an image reference? Ranking? You did not need this many tabs to come to your scatterplot conclusions. Time painting, applying notes, award speech. Where were you? Standing. Pure ranking. Shrimp eating. How important the shrimp context? Okay, questions. Your research questions. What's the average time spent per layer? What's your average painting speed? What's your average waiting speed? Hypotheses. The waiting times are what makes the stream so long. Yes. She gets more hold on. I'm gonna blow my nose. This is making me iller. Ilya Rosnov? Oh my god. She gets more impatient and quicker as time goes on. I don't think I did, right? Like, painting times are more consistent because of clear boundaries. The longest wait time will be milestone events. The wait times get longer the further she is in. Yes, I did think so. Was I wrong? Most common wait time is distraction. What? Most common wait time causer is distraction. Yep. Okay. So wait, you didn't write an answer on this page. Is it in the deck and I'm just trying to read ahead? I need your full report. Where's the conclusion paragraph? Go back to the slides. Okay. There's the colors we use. No surprise. It's just correlation with roughly what we sell. This is a fantastic use of time. I know. Truly. Okay. How well do you know your... Sorry. How well do you know your mountain simply? Uh-oh. What's the average painting time? Well, I could just look and cheat.
No? Average 1 minute, 1.5 minutes. I'm cheating. Also teaching you how to use Excel. 105. Okay, I won't cheat next time. What collection was used the most? Crèmes. Which year was represented the most? Good question. I think it would have to be... Probably... It's either 2025 or 2023. It wouldn't be this year, because that wasn't enough. And it wouldn't be... I don't think it's 2021, just because, like, that's older and had more toppers in it. So I'm gonna guess 2025? No! I was wrong. It was 2021. Okay, crazy. You know what? I did use a lot of retired shades. Okay. What's the average waiting time? Can I cheat? Why are these? I can't read on serving server. It's 2 minutes, 3 minutes. I don't know. Let's just guess 3 and a little bit. No, it was almost 4 minutes. Which is necessary, or else the mountain falls over. We lived and learned. Rain kings and rain queens. Okay, fastest was cold slate. Okay, peer pressure, well wishes. So it's which ones were the fastest to paint. Okay. Slowest was sacrificial lacquer, well, obviously, because that was a whole magnetic side quest. We took a whole 8 minutes. Birthday Brat was long too. I wonder why. I just did 2 coats, maybe? Fastest was world's first. Yeah, well. Slowest wait time. Teal No Lies because of Edward. Enough fun, back to work. What? But I was having fun looking at the data. Prep for one final swatch for the next drop. If you watch my journey this week in the polish round, you already know what colors these are. Yes. And who had a baby? That's my friend's baby shower. But you saw the nail art. Also, I won a prize for like getting the most right on this like baby trivia that I just guessed. I got like 75% correct or something, and then they like tallied up who got how many, and I won, which was very nice of them. They gave me like, I don't know, like this little hand lotion and soap cute little gift thing, but I'm just like, I don't fucking know anything about babies. I don't deserve to win. There's like 4 other pregnant people there. I'm just like, that it was kind of hilarious. I sent a picture to Ben, and I'm like, I sent it to him before I won, and I'm just, as a joke, I'm like, as if I don't know what to answer this, right? And then he's like, ha. And then I took a picture of my prize, and then I go, oops, I won. He's like, what the fuck? Why? Was no one else there? I don't know. Yeah, I can't believe the answer wasn't a 40-pound baby. Exactly. I'm not a kid person, but I am good at tests. I think that's what happened. Okay, leak week. Well, sort of. Yeah, well, you guys already knew, so. But absolutely beautiful. Love the color palette. Love the opacity. So happy to get these bright, fun summer crèmes into the catalog. And I still see myself like just slapping on like a random color at a time, or even like the double thing I kind of did with my nails. I just love it on my other hand, or as like a quick pop of color, or an accent nail. Throw a shimmer on it if you're feeling a little more like, I want to juice it up, which is usually how I feel. But so easy to use. I've heard really good feedback on the crèmes as well for that reason, that they're like so full coverage. All right. Beautiful. That's all from us. What? What is this? Starry-eyed and featured guest. Peace. Yep. Thank you, Simply and the Holo Taco team. Shout out to our mods, the warehouse and customer service, who are not here right now because it's July 4th and also not launch stream. I know. But we did it. We did it, and I appreciate this. Is insane. 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 I am insane. You are insane. I am insane for teaching you to be this insane. Possibly. It's possible. This, I must be partly responsible. It was inside my locus of control to not be so psychotic. But you know what? Sometimes we learn from others. Behavioral observational learning. It could be a good thing or an insane thing. But it's kind of beautiful. So huge shout out to whoever did this to themselves. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Neon's neon, the data demon took a hold of me. Oh my god, this is honestly demonic. Like, are you okay? Like, I broke my back. I think you must have broken your brain. Truly. Or at least a Google spreadsheet. I'm shocked they didn't just delete it on you. Like they did with my charity sheet. You should save, make sure you save a copy, okay? Go file. Go to download, okay? And download the Excel copy to your computer because you never know when Google Sheets might just fucking delete that shit from you, and you need to keep this. That's my advice. Make sure you save a copy. Yeah, you need to possess the data. Don't let Google take it from you. Just like I heard, like video games you can't get on a CD disc anymore. I'm not one to observe or comment on this because I've never really been someone who purchases copies of video games anyways. I usually just play them on Steam anyways, and I'm whatever. I'm a new age gamer. But I know like Ben likes to keep copies, so it's very disappointing to people who like physical copies of video games that they're apparently not going to do that next year. So just take that logic and apply it to anything else in your life. Anything that's technically on a cloud or that's technically a subscription, save it. Save yourselves if you can, if it's possible. Save that spreadsheet, save that Google Doc, save those iPad messages or what, not messages, like iPad notes apps, okay? Save a copy of everything somewhere if you can. Yeah. Someone buy Neon a coffee, honestly. I don't think they need it. I think they need the opposite of coffee. Oh, you guys. You crazy kids. Hi, Simply. I'm 27. How has your family been? What? I haven't been able to catch a lot of streams, but just wondering. Thank you so much. You know, they're good. When you said I'm 27, I was like, I had a flashback to when I was 27, and I said in a video, we're 27 years old, like me and Ben. And I think we said that almost every year for at least a good few years when we were like water marbling a baby or other things. That we'd be like, we're 28 years old, and now I'm 37. But you know what? Not much has changed. We still like data, we still like spreadsheets, we still like nail polish. Turns out you never grow out of being a fool, of being foolish. Or some of your passions. I mean, sometimes people grow out of passions. That's fine, but I can't accept being in the 30s now. Accept it, because you'll be 40 after that. Me being forced to accept this in a few years. I just don't feel it. Maybe we just need to redefine what we think of these decades. You know what I mean? Because I was always like, how am I 30? Like, I don't feel like it at all. But now I'm like almost 40 and I'm like, that does not compute. But I just think we have a bad definition. Not a bad's the wrong word, but like we have a definition that's not very forgiving of the generation just ahead of us in the next decade, because we're like, oh, I could not see myself. But maybe if you just redefine what that looks like in your head, then it's fine. You know, it's all about perspective. Just be glad you're not 50. And then when you're 50, just be glad you're not 60. Just kidding. I'm joking. I'm joking. You get my point, right? It's always it's rolling. All right, well, with that said, I'm gonna go have a nap. I just realized I've been following you since your Instagram days. Yes, I still use Instagram, so it's still an Instagram day for me, sort of. But when I was exclusively on Instagram, yeah, that was 2014. Now it's 2027. No, it's 2026. Chatter is 27. The year is 2026, right? I also, this is my other problem with Holo Taco, because we are planning 2027 right now. I just like sometimes think that's what the year is, because I'm always writing like May 2027 is this, like we're talking about that right now or whatever. So it screws me up in a different way. Okay, I hope everyone has a wonderful rest of their weekend. I will see you guys on Wednesday. Finally, we're getting back to cozy gaming, I swear. And then I'll see you on Saturday for our launch, maybe. For our 7-year anniversary. Did I just ruin it? Did I just spoil it? Okay, thanks so much for watching. Thank you to the mods, the detectives, the cats, the dogs, and everyone. And I'll see y'all later. Bye!